Welcome back users. So in last video we had seen the installation of Boss Linux developed by CDAC Chennai for the users in India. So let us start the booting of Boss Linux 9 based on Debian Bullseye. We will do a detailed review of the desktop and discuss about the background of Boss Linux. Yes, now it has booted up. So it has got recovery options available in the bootloader. We go with the default kernel that is installed for Bullseye, Debian Bullseye. 5.10 is the default kernel. This is how the Boss Linux looks while booting up. The Boss Linux 9 based on Bullseye. So you have to input our login name and then input the secret password, and we will be logged inside. Okay, so the video acceleration is not available. I'll close this down. So Bullseye is the base for the Boss Linux 9, and it is using the Cinnamon desktop available in Debian. So this is the Cinnamon desktop. You have got the application menu here, typical Cinnamon desktop application menu. You have got the folders or the file manager here. Firefox web browser is there, console is there, or terminal you can say, and yes, this is the file manager. If you go and check out, it is Nemo version 4.8.6. Icons used are Windows like icons, so it makes the system more familiar to the new users who have just migrated from Windows. That's why they have selected these fonts and icons, so it looks more like Windows. Okay, this is the this is not folder, this is the key to minimize or maximize all the windows and show the desktop. Okay, now let us check out the applications. In accessories you got the archive manager, calculator, gdisk is there, Nemo file manager is there, help is there, screenshot utility is there, text editor is there, Vim is also available, virtual keyboard is there, weather app is there. What is Xpad? Yes, it is a notes utility. Then in the graphics section you got the document scanner, document viewer is there, EVIS document viewer, GIMP is there, that is the image manipulation program, image viewer is there, and LibreOffice Draw is there. In the internet section you got Chromium web browser and Firefox web browser. So Chromium is for those people who are used to Google Chrome and Chromium web browser, and Firefox is the people who are diehard supporters of open source. MS Office is also, it is MS Office? No, it is LibreOffice, but using the icon of MS Office because they have installed the icon set of Windows here, I think. Therefore, the LibreOffice is using the MS Office icon set. Yes. So the whole LibreOffice suite is available, including Base, Calc, Draw, Impress, Math, and Writer. In the sound and video section, you got the Cheese, that is the selfie taker. K3B is the burner, DVD, CD burner. Sound recorder is there. You got the video player, VLC media player is there. In administration, you got the GDB package installer. You got the login screen. Here you can change the appearance of the login window. So you can change the background color, stretch the background across multiple monitors, draw user backgrounds, draw a grid. You can change the GTK theme of the login window. You can change the icon theme. You can change the Microsoft cursor. You can use the optional pictures from other monitors. Okay, so you can choose the different pictures or wallpapers from the gallery, user gallery. In the user section, you can do the settings for the user list that will be available for login on the login screen. You can hide certain users from the user screen. You can add certain users to the user screen. There you can configure certain users for automatic login, and you can set the delay before the connection. In the settings, you can activate the number lock. You can activate the high DPI settings. You can what is this? Okay. You can configure the monitor. Then you can configure the panel indicators like host name, accessibility of options, battery power, keyboard layout, quit menu, clock format. Only I think the virtual uh, keyboard is not available to set from here, toggle on off. So I think that is the only uh, draw point here, drawback or draw point here. So I will close this down, and now we will go ahead. Okay, the system monitor, let us check out the system monitor. Okay, so it is using 968.4 MB of RAM out of the 4 GB allocated. So this is typical usage for Cinnamon desktop. Swap 0% is used. CPU usage is hovering around you can say around 10 to 20%. So that is little more than my expectations. In some other desktops, the CPU usage for Cinnamon desktop will be between 5 to 15, not 10 to 20 like we have seen here. So let us check out the memory hoggers. So Cinnamon is running. There is some CSD background that is running. It is consuming 25 MIB. Okay, Blueman tray, Blueman applet is there. So I don't see any big hogger of memory, but CPU hogger is Cinnamon itself. It is using around 18 to 25% of CPU. Okay, let us go ahead and check out the preferences. So accessibility is there, account details, advanced network configuration, applets is there. Let us check out the applets. Okay, so here you can add the applets. Just update the cache for the first time. It will add the different applets that you can add to the panel as well as on the text. Applets on the applied to the desk are called desklets. So you can select and install any of the applets given here. You can see my earlier videos of for Cinnamon desktop. You will get how to use the applets app. I will not do it again because it is boring to do the same thing again and again. Now then there is setting for the desktop. So if you click on the desktop, yes, so you can select which desktop icons we can show on the screen. Those icons will come. Okay, so this borders, that is by default, so you will have to tweak this later. There is available, so you can make the icon column go closer to the edge of the screen. So that setting is different. We will have to do it later. Then let us check out the effects. So here you can enable and disable the effects. You can customize the settings also. So you can speed up or speed down the effects. Okay, so you got even the evolution mail client is available instead of, I think Thunderbird is not available. Let me check out. Yes, Thunderbird is not available. They are given the evolution uh, email client. So evolution is better integrated with Gnome, and Cinnamon desktop is based on Gnome technologies. So evolution is a better fit as per the devs than Thunderbird. But anyway, half of the distros give Thunderbird as a default client even on Gnome desktops, and half of them give the evolution email client on Gnome desktop. So it is, I think, almost 50-50. Both will work fine. There is no issue. Then there is the extension. Yes, so you can add the extensions to your desktop. So my favorite is transparent panels. In every video of Cinnamon desktop I install this, and even on my private desktop I use the transparent panels. You have to add the transparent panel. See, now the panel has become transparent, only the icons are available. Okay, now let us go ahead and check more. So the keyboard setting, mousepad setting, network setting, notification setting, online accounts. What is this general? Okay, this is the vsync setting, compositor options. Okay, so required. Okay. Hot corner settings is available from here. Yes. Okay, let us check out the font selection. They are using sans regular font, Noto sans regular, and monospose regular. So this three family of fonts is used. You can configure the hot corners. So if you enable the hot corners and take the mouse towards the hot corner, what will happen? So you can configure the action. It's the colors app. Yes, now we'll go to the panel app. Here you can configure the panel at the bottom. If you want to see how it works, go to my earlier videos where I have done the Cinnamon desktop. I think in Linux Mint playlist you can find that video. In that I have explained how to do the settings of the panel. So system monitor we already okay. Let us go and check out the system info. So this is BOSS GNU Linux 9. It is called Urja. Linux kernel is 5.10, that is default of Debian Bullseye. And this is my hardware configuration. Okay, so you can configure the window tiling from here. You can configure the weather from here. Let us okay. So we have configured Ahmedabad location for the weather app. Yes. Here you can configure the workspaces. Different options are available for the workspace. Virtual keyboard. Here you can import the ICC profiles and calibrate the screen colors using the imported ICC profiles. And now, yes, this is important, the online accounts. So since this is based on the Gnome desktop, Cinnamon desktop offers you online accounts where you can configure the different online accounts like Google, Nextcloud, Facebook, Microsoft, Flickr, Foursquare, and Microsoft Exchange, IMAP and SNTP, and enterprise login, Kerberos. I have already shown this in earlier videos wherever I have done Cinnamon desktop, so you can watch them. I will not repeat. Okay, done. Now let us check out the system settings. Okay, so let us check out the backgrounds available. Okay, so these are all default Debian backgrounds. Okay, this bluebird is additional, I think. Looks good. Okay, they have taken this from the Ubuntu 10.10. Okay, Boss Crystal. Okay, so this is, I think, the default one, Boss Crystal. Yes, this was, I think, the default one. Yes, this was the default one. Now let us go to the future type. Oh, this is all Debian Bullseye default wallpapers. Okay, the gray bird is different. Then let us home world. Yes, this is also Debian default. This is Debian default. This is all Debian default only. And in pictures, of course, there is no picture in the picture folder, so it will not show. Okay, so we select this wallpaper. Then anything is pending. Okay, so here you can do some parental controls if your laptop or desktop is used by your kids also, so you can do parental controls from here. There is power management, preferred applications you can set from here. Print settings is there to configure the printer, and in privacy settings you can do some small 2-3 settings are only available. That is, never forget old files, number of days to remember old files, and remember recently accessed files. So the system can remember recently accessed files. So if you want privacy from the system, you can toggle this off. And if you are comfortable with the system keeping a tab on your old files, then you can toggle this on. And the number of days to remember old files, so right now it is by default 7 days. So after 7 days the system will forget the older file history. So that's it. Okay, now what is this? Okay, so this is the session manager. So this is the Boss Linux 9 version based on Debian Bullseye. It is as stable as Debian itself because it is tightly coupled with Debian. So it follows the Debian development. Whenever the new version of Debian is released, within few months later, the Boss Linux comes out with its own new version. So it follows the Debian development closely, and it uses the Debian repos. I think I have missed one. Let us check out the Synaptic package manager. Yes, because I have to check the software is available in the store. Okay, so I think just looking at it, I can say all the softwares that are available in Debian store are available here. So users can be assured that they won't fall short of any packages that they require. Those will be available. And of course, since this is based on Debian, you can install Flatpak. Even you can install the Snap support also, and access the Flatpak and Snap apps from the internet. You can install even any standalone package using the GDB package manager. So this is a big assurance to the users, so they can just migrate from Windows to Linux based on Boss Linux 9. So okay, now let us go to the web page of Boss Linux. So this is the web page of Boss Linux, bosslinux.in about us. So it tells you that CDEC established its center at Chennai in 2002 to work as a research and development center encompassing the latest technologies, and also to provide postgraduate level training in hardware and software technologies to build a technically advanced nation. And as National Resource Center for Free and Open Source Software, NRC FOSS, to bridging the digital divide and to strengthen the Indian software industry. So the Bharat operating system solution, that is BOSS GNU Linux distribution, is developed by CDEC for enhancing the use of free and open source software throughout the India. And you can click on the downloads. So there are total 6 million deployments has been completed of the BOSS Linux. There are four versions of the BOSS Linux available. First is the Urja, that is your desktop version of the BOSS Linux. Then you got the EduBoss, it is the education distro of BOSS Linux. BOSS Linux server is for the server usage, and BOSS Mool aims to redesigning the Linux kernel to reduce coupling and increase maintainability by means of object-oriented abstraction. Excessive common coupling prevails in existing kernel. Mool features a device driver framework to write drivers in C++ and insert them as a loadable kernel modules. So it is a modular approach. So for each of the device driver, you can write it in C++ and insert them as a module. And this is the download links are given here itself. Download BOSS 9 desktop. So BOSS 9 LXD desktop is also available. The older versions like BOSS 8 desktop, BOSS 7 desktop is there, and the BOSS desktop user guide is also available. Now let us go to the BOSS security. In BOSS security, the BOSS patch management is available, which is a process of managing patches for all the applications which are part of BOSS distribution installed on any physical host. So analyzing the vulnerabilities, downloading patches from the official repositories of BOSS, bug fixes, installing these patches to the host. The process of BOSS patch management ensures all the hosts are up to date with release security patches for critical and normal CVEs and bugs. There are no known security vulnerabilities in the network, and there is a security management also. So the BOSS is derived from Debian and hence tightly coupled with one of the most important security related sources, that is Bugtrack, which is closely monitored by the security team. BOSS addresses any security related issues at high priority whenever such issues are reported by any of the end users. Patching the affected packages is tasked to earliest completion and push to all our stable releases of supported architectures. So BOSS provides a number of security tools for system administration monitoring. Developers try to tightly integrate these tools with the distribution in order to make a suitable suit to enforce local security policies. The tools are integrity checker, auditing tools, hardening tools, firewall tools, intrusion detection tools. So securing a BOS system, so it is bundled with Synaptic package manager that we saw in the earlier part to manage the packages. There it is based on GTK plus and APT, and also enables a user to install, upgrade and remove the software packages in a friendly way. And BOS releases, so the latest release is codename Urja, which is derived from the Debian 11 Bullseye. And the long-term support, so BOS Linux Drishti, that was the version 7, is been supported up to 21st June 2022, and BOS Linux Unnati, that was the earlier preceding Linux version 8, it is supported up to 3rd of October 2024. So around 5 years of support is available for each of the released version. So users are assured that they can continuously work on one system instead of upgrading it again and again. So it ensures the stability of the system better. So thank you everybody for being with us during the course of this video. Do like, subscribe and comment on our channel. Do not forget to hit the bell button, otherwise you will miss the new videos. Bye bye.